today I dropped my review of the new Perfume Genius album, Glory, the art pop, singer-songwriter, indie pop project of Mike Hadrius, which has been going on since all the way back in 2010. This is the 7th Perfume Genius album, and in my opinion, there really isn't a dud in the bunch. These are all great records, though the peak of Perfume Genius, in my opinion, came on the 2017 masterpiece, No Shape, which was also his first collaboration with producer and arranger Blake Mills, who he's continued to work with all the way to this very day, who is all over this new album, Glory. So with that in mind, I had no reason to think that this would not be more great work from Perfume Genius. I thought that the singles collectively were pretty good. They didn't blow my mind in the way that maybe a single like On the Floor for Perfume Genius's 2020 album did, and that's kind of how I feel about this record as a whole. It is by no means a dud. Again, the lead single in particular is a huge highlight, and when this album gets quiet, spacious, and distant, just like cuts from this record like Die For You or Run Me Through, it is extremely indulgent and extremely interesting. The second half of this record features several songs that I adore, just getting lost in their folds, and lyrically there's some even more fascinating content here, whether it is Mike discussing his body, his physical health in a really extremely invasive feeling and evocative way, or whether it's him telling this crazy story of seemingly being kidnapped or just waking up in the trunk of a car. The songwriting here is, again, really, really interesting. But I will say, Perfume Genius and Mike made them so impressive as a duo is their ability to sound incredible in the most sparse, quiet moments, and also the densest and loudest. And some of the brightest moments on this new album, Glory, actually turn out to be some of my least favorite. Even when the vocal performances or the refrains are really good, it can just come off a little flat sounding at times, and some of the compositions here leave a little bit to be desired and start to kind of just glaze over my mind, especially coming off the new Japanese Breakfast record, which Blake Mills had a hand in and I wasn't crazy about. It's interesting to see him enter an era where some of his production and arrangement just doesn't quite hit the same. But for the most part, Perfume Genius Mike Hadrius as a vocalist, performer, and songwriter continues to be several steps above most of his contemporaries, and this is a really solid record that I can uncontroversially recommend to you, even if it may not be among the upper echelon of stuff that Perfume Genius has ever made. Tell me what you think about the record in the comments.